AVP Outstanding Pathfinder.
Radio emissions from the black hole are incredible out here. The song of the dark side of creation. Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Anomaly found. We're on course.
I detect above normal temperatures. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Gonna enter the circuit?
Yeah. Think you can win?
Think you're
I
tough?
don't know my cooler has guns.
Wait till you meet me on the
Might be my
dunes.
advantage. Doctors is going to
Life support is back online.
Drac, how come you like me? We Turians haven't exactly treated Krogan very well.
You aren't like most Turians, Petra. You know what it's like to hurt a little.
I haven't taken half the shots you have. Still have all my limbs.
Give it time.
Heat levels increasing.
Scavenger tech ahead. They'll be looking for scrap here.
The ambient temperature is normal.
Well,
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Looks like a remnant structure.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
this heat is unbearable.
I detect a considerable temperature drop in shaded areas. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
I envy your forehead plates.
Well, that's specific.
Headbutts are like shorthand for Krogan. Focused spot like that, you'd make a point pretty damn quick.
That's a crashed remnant ship.
detecting deep seismic activity in this area.
That thing is massive. I wonder what brought it down.
Wanna bet we're gonna run into a bunch of angry remnant?
Yep. Well, keep your guns out. Those guys aren't going to welcome us into their territory. Shields are up! I'll take their fire! Traps up ahead. Be careful.
I've got intruders! I see him! Dirty thieves! Go find your own stink! This one's out!
Pathfinder, your shields will not withstand this for long.
We need to find a way around this. Find a way around this. There's more around every corner. Stay on your toes. Let's look around for more of those symbols.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner.
out of reach of those surges down here. But that turret could be a problem.
What do you miss most about the Milky Way, Vedra?
Understanding how shit works. Back home I knew the politics, the people, the places. Here, everything's new. You can't play the system when you don't know what it is.
I don't know about that. The way the Nexus treated us Krogan seems like the system came with us.
Those are some pretty crazy rock formations.
We've reached the detector provided by Dr. Janal. The Krogan terminal should be nearby.
Okay, eyes peeled, everyone. Let's get in and get out.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Download.
Here they come!
Enemy down!
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Target's down.
Reinforcements.
How's it going, Sam? Come on, come on! How big are those files?
Unreasonably large. Also, this terminal holds 15 exabytes of data, and I have no way to gauge what is important.
Damn! Should have thought of that.
You're being flanked! Enemy down!
Reinforcements.
We'll try again later.
On to the next one.
Reinforcements. That's one. Reinforcements.
Enemies!
Giving it everything I got. Giving it everything I got.
That's one dead.
Strike now!
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Getting close to New Tuchanka.
I detect above normal temperatures. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Keep up the good work, kid.
Saw the worm out there again. That thing is huge.
Big fresh raw, isn't it? Good rite of passage.
I can't believe the terminal has gone missing. Thank you for bringing me the data. Now I can continue the work of Dr. O'Keir. The Krogan will be great again.
Okay, let me know how that goes.
I detect above normal temperatures.
Heard you killed Klex.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
Well, well, look at you. I'm good at reading people. Want me to guess who you are?
Shoot.
A Pathfinder.
Impressive.
How do you know?
I cheated. I run salvage to Kadara. Word travels fast there. Should hear what the Collective is saying about you.
Well, now I'm curious.
I will repeat it, for your sake.
Got info on someone named Isabel Halsey?
What am I, your personal database?
You have info? I want it. Talk.
I don't know anything. I only heard her name mentioned. A group came through here to sell me that day's salvage. They said something like, Isabel's time is limited.
Is that it?
I don't get caught up in scavenger business. Bad for longevity. But if you want to find these guys, I have their nav point. Here.
Take it easy.
Always do.
I detect above normal temperatures.
Remember that last push before the Arcs left? All that activity for a guess about a galaxy.
I got hit by a power loader. Driver was on 3 calls about where to store rations. Punched it right in the gyros.
I could get you an upgrade to a bunch of those parts.
More shit to get used to, but maybe when there's less stuff on fire.
Ambient temperature is normal.
Enemies!
Pathfinder, this is the area the salvager pointed us to.
Isabel's mentioned in this.
Updating your interface with the nav point.
We almost have her.
Heat levels increasing. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
So where's Kesh's grandmother?
You're picking an old scar there, Vetra. Rather not pry it open.
I'm sorry. It's just you're always telling war stories, and I thought...
What makes you think that one's a war story?
I detect multiple hostile life forms.
Isabel could be in trouble. Let's move.
That'll show.
Target's down.
Okay, hold it. You. The one killing my guys? Come in here. I want to talk to you. Was that Isabel?
Life support at 100%.
Well, well, you're from the Nexus. Should have known. I don't sell to your kind. Matter of principle.
If you're Isabel, your brother sent me.
Kent? For what?
He wants you to go back with him to Kadara.
Well, you can tell him I'm not going anywhere. On the Nexus, I was a merchant's assistant. On Kadara, I ran errands. Now, I make weapons for the most powerful gang leaders on Eladin. I get perks, protection, and no one would dare touch me. Finally get the respect I deserve. And the best part is, I don't have to talk to ass-kissing Nexus dogs. Except now, I guess.
I'll just tell Kent he's wasting his time.
Glad we reached an accord. Now get out of my camp.
I think Lexi wanted to speak to you. Anomaly on sensors. Now orbiting Kadara.
win-win situation. It's just a manifest.
You okay?
What? Oh, yeah, of course.
If you get whatever it is off your chest, you might feel better.
Doubtful, but it's worth a shot. I joined the Outcasts a few weeks ago. Kitus tasked me with collecting protection fees. Thought it'd be easy. But we talked to so many people. I got the names mixed up and banished someone who paid their fee.
They didn't protest it?
Of course, she did. But they all do. We don't really listen.
You just kicked her out. No questions asked.
You don't have to guilt trip me. I thought about looking for her, but I can't risk Kitus finding out I screwed up. I need this job to feed my little brother. Our mom's still in cryo on the Nexus. He's got no one else.
I'll look for her. Just tell me her name and any clues about where she might be.
Remy Tamayo. She would have gone to the slums for processing. After that, no idea. The warden might know. Everyone who's banished to the Badlands goes through him.
Now that that's done, perhaps you could speak to Reyes about the murders in Kadara Port.
A city under a city.
At the center is Tartarus, a nightclub.
That's where Reyes said he'd be. Ow, shit! Okay, don't touch that.
Shit tickles.
I give it 10 minutes before we get knifed.
Ryder, glad you're here. I'm sure you've heard about the murders.
There's a fresh body outside Krala's. Some of the locals say it's the charlatan's handiwork.
I don't buy it. The charlatan is discreet, careful. Whoever did this wanted the bodies found.
Making a statement.
But to who?
These deaths could just be the result of living in a pirate-run town.
The killings are too systematic. No. If I was a betting man, and I am, I'd say it was the Rokar.
Why would a Rokar be in Kadara port?
It's Angaran built, and before Sloan, Angaran run. I think the Rokar came here looking for new recruits, and things got out of hand.
And the Angara victims? How do they fit into your theory?
I did some digging. All of the deceased Angara were public Milky Way sympathizers.
So the victims either were from the Milky Way...
or supported us. It's the only pattern I could find.
Feels like a stretch.
The Resistance said the same. If only I had the proper equipment to get the proof I need.
Guessing that's where I come in.
I need that fancy AI of yours to scan for evidence that could implicate the Rokar. People are scared, Ryder. This is your opportunity to win friends in Kadara Port.
Looks like I'm adding detective to my growing list of titles.
Detectives find things, and you're...
A Pathfinder. Yeah, I got it.
One of the crime scenes isn't far. Give me a call when you get there.
Corda's looking for you. Now orbiting Kadara. I'm picking up something.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Sounds like you're having a rough day.
You saw that, huh? Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you. The way Spender treats me? Everyone, I'm so angry. I don't understand how he's in any position of authority.
I haven't heard much good about that guy.
Whatever you've heard, it's not half as bad as the reality. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
You'd think your boss would have the power to do something.
She hates Spender, but there's only one of her, and she can't always be around to deal with him. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
I don't know about these Angora.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative. Parchero advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding. Nexus Exiles find a
Pathfinder?
home.
May I have a word?
Psst, Pathfinder Rider.
I'm worried about this place.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender. Pyjack's doing his best to throttle my department.
How's he getting away with that?
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
Does anyone else know about this?
My grandfather tried to tell Tan. He wouldn't believe him without proof.
Everything I hear about this guy makes me think less of him.
This is my surprised face. Look, I can work with everyday incompetence. But Spender's a traitor and a danger to the station. He needs to be dealt with.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage, some kind of evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda Initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them, either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Arc Parchero advises that power consumption is nominal. An Angaran delegation arrives on the deck.
Apex is doing a sweep.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me. Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I was told I should talk to you about the mutiny.
I wasn't on the Nexus when it happened. I started reading up on it, but you know how things get around here.
Do you know where Spender was during that time?
Why Spender? Wait, you think he might have had something to do with the mutiny?
Maybe. Just trying to sort things out.
You know, the logs I did look through showed a few discrepancies. I meant to dig deeper. If you're investigating, how about I give you access to the security vid archives?
Thank you.
Anything else?
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. But that isn't news to you, right?
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Huh. This file won't play. Sam, can you boost the quality?
Processing. Playback initiated.
Wait. Is he handing something over to one of the mutineers?
Take this. It'll help you. Armory. Don't.
I am sorry, Pathfinder. This backup file is corrupted. The audio tracks are heavily degraded. Someone may have deleted the original, and this version was restored during a system-wide reset.
Sounds like a cover-up to me.
I concur. While I cannot restore any more audio, the location appears to be Kodara.
How do you figure?
In common parlance, lip reading.
Good job. We're bound to find something there. Let's go confront Spender.
I'm sorry, Lana. I'm just trying to look around.
Top scientists have a few answers. The dark energy anomaly.
The mutiny went as well as you'd expect. So much violence. Then, after nearly destroying the station, the Krogan asked for more... Ryder, is it? William Spender. Apologies if we met before. I meet a lot of people running colonial affairs.
Running Colonial Affairs? I thought you were the assistant director.
That's right. Assistant to Addison. So we know who does all the real work.
From what I've heard, your hands are pretty dirty. I saw the footage. You were handing something off.
What footage? From Gavorkum? Routine business meeting. Whoever you're talking to clearly has an axe to grind. And frankly, a Pathfinder shouldn't be wasting time on a witch hunt. You'd be wise to let this be. We're done here. We're done here. We're done here.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Hello again.
It's just not fair.
An Angaran delegation arrives on the Nexus. Initiative brass are now working to broker an...
Excuse me, Pathfinder. I don't know where else to turn. My best friend's been missing since the revolts.
Tell me.
He was involved with a woman who was exiled. She obsessed over him, and I'm sure she kidnapped him. The powers that be don't buy it and don't care. They say most likely he went willingly.
Love can make us do strange things.
He didn't love her. She was just a fling. The Initiative has branded him a traitor. I don't want that to be his legacy. I want to clear his name, Sanjeev Clement. The woman was Delaney Roos. She must have taken him to Kodara.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm in your debt.
Art Parchero advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding. Construction and repairs continue. Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal. Top scientists have few answers as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS. We ask that you refrain from picking foliage in the Nexus
Ryder, Liam's looking for you. System, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Ryder, bother you a minute. Ryder.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
More rewarding than I thought. My patients are the neighbors I see every day. I have to be on the lookout for any new diseases, sure. But I know exactly who I'm staying vigilant for.
What's the latest from your clinic?
First aid classes. Medigel can't replace a splint. If I say it enough, someone will listen.
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, he suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt. Right. Can I bother you a minute?
The Siari faith teaches that every life is an aspect of the universe, as necessary.
Right. Can I bother you a minute? Ryder.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.